When Ibrahim Traoré released thousands of unusual animals into his newly built river, the world was baffled. Nobody understood what he was doing. Normally, when a river is created, people stock it with fish. Sometimes even crocodiles are added to attract tourists. But Traoré made a decision no one saw coming. He didn't choose fish. He didn't choose crocodiles. He chose beavers, creatures most people see as nothing more than pests that chew wood. But why beavers? What was the real plan behind this move? And how could these animals transform an artificial river into a living ecosystem full of balance and life? That's exactly what we're going to uncover in today's story. To understand this decision, we need to step back and look at Burkina Faso's greatest challenge, water scarcity. For years, the land suffered. Rain became rare, rivers dried up, and the soil cracked open under the burning sun. Villages were abandoned. Wells went dry. Women walked for miles each day, often returning with little more than muddy water. Children cried for water their mothers couldn't give. Families gave up their farms, their homes, and in some cases, even their children, all for a chance to survive. Nature itself seemed to have turned against the people, but then came a young leader, Ibrahim Traoré. And unlike many leaders who only gave speeches, he acted. His boldest action? Building an artificial river, while others focused on dams or water tanks. He dared to ask, if rain won't come, why not build our own water system? So a massive project began. Workers dug canals stretching for hundreds of miles, flattening land, and carving out a river designed to capture every drop of rainfall. At first, people mocked it. They said it was impossible, a waste of money, a childish dream. But within a year, the desert began to change. Green fields returned where only dust had been. Farmers once again planted crops. Children who had never seen a river splashed in its waters. Shops opened, villages revived, and hope returned. The government called it a people's revolution. And to many, Traoré became a hero. But every miracle comes with hidden problems. As time passed, the river slowed. Mud and debris piled up at the bottom. In some areas, water stagnated, breeding swarms of mosquitoes. Algae spread like a warning sign, turning once clear water into foul-smelling sludge. The very river that had brought life now threatened to bring disease. It looked like the dream was crumbling. But Traoré wasn't done. Instead of rushing to import expensive machines or filters, tools his country could never afford, he turned back to nature itself. If the problem came from nature, then perhaps the solution could too. After long discussions with engineers and environmentalists, one idea stood out. An animal ignored by many. A builder, a water shaper, a natural engineer, the beaver. Beavers may look like ordinary, wood-chewing animals, but in truth, they're some of nature's greatest engineers. Found in North America, Europe, and beyond, these creatures have a unique talent. They cut down trees and use branches, mud, and grass to build dams. And these dams don't just hold back water. They clean it, filter out dirt, enrich the soil, and create entire ecosystems. Wherever beavers settle, life always returns. That's why Ibrahim Traoré made a bold decision. Instead of installing expensive machines to save his river, he turned to the beaver. First, people laughed. The world was confused. How could such small, furry animals succeed where technology failed? But what many didn't know is that beavers are tireless builders, working day and night without needing instructions, salaries, or electricity. Within weeks of being introduced, they began chewing down soft trees along the riverbanks, collecting sticks, and mixing them with mud to form dams. In just a month, dozens of natural dams appeared across the river. The results were incredible. The dams improved water flow, prevented stagnation, and naturally filtered out dirt. When scientists tested the water weeks later, they were stunned. Water that had been foul and undrinkable was now clean, clear, and fresh. Fish returned. Birds came back. Families began drinking directly from the river again. No machines, no chemicals, no filters. But the transformation didn't stop there. Green plants flourished around the banks. New grasses spread. Local crops grew better with clean irrigation. And all of this happened because of a quiet animal that asked for nothing in return. Soon, schools in Burkina Faso began teaching children about beavers. Their pictures decorated classrooms. Their stories inspired hope, and the world began to take notice that in just 6 months, a dying river had become a living, self-cleaning ecosystem. Scientists traveled from across the globe to study it. Universities sent students to learn how animals had done what multi-million-dollar systems couldn't. Beavers didn't just clean the water, they built an entire food chain. Their dams created different water depths, sheltering countless species of fish. Slower waters allowed dirt to settle, while beneficial bacteria thrived in the wooden structures that was soon called the Burkina Faso miracle. Ecotourists flocked to see it. Sustainable fishing began. Farmers harvested more crops. Children swam in clear water for the first time. Elders said the river reminded them of the days before pollution destroyed the land. And as the beaver families grew, the cycle only strengthened. Each new generation of beavers expanded the natural water system, without any human help or cost. Ibrahim Traoré had done something revolutionary. He solved an environmental crisis not by fighting nature with technology, but by working with nature itself. Today, the beaver model is being adopted in 12 African countries, with international organizations funding similar projects worldwide. What began as one man's unusual idea has become a global movement, proving that sometimes the best solutions are not new inventions, but ancient wisdom hidden in the natural world. The lesson is clear. The greatest technology may already exist in nature. We just have to be wise enough to see it. This was our video for today. Let us know in the comments what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring stories like this. Until next time, take care.